Hello everyone and welcome! I'm the wandering Doggo and today I'm taking my doggo, Enkidu, for a walk in the woods near my house where I live in the north of Italy. I hope you will enjoy the relaxing walk and stay with me until the end to see what we found. This video was taken in the beginning of March, so as you can see the nature is still sleeping. There is a little bit of green that is starting to come out, but basically we are still in winter. Enkidu loves to explore the woods, and he's such a good boy that he always waits for me and never goes too far alone. And we found some plastic. Classic. I always take it with me because I hate to see plastic in a natural environment. And that's what we should all do. When you find some plastic, take it with you and bring it to the trash. At least the nature will be clean. It won't save the world, but it's better than nothing. Ah, what a nice view. I love the fact that I live in such a beautiful place. The hills of Piemonte have been declared UNESCO World Heritage. And it's a good thing because they are unique. The small house that you see here is not a house, but is called ciabot. Ciabot is a Piemontese word, and in our dialect is used to define these kind of small houses that were used by the farmers to find a shelter for the rain and to keep their tools, and also to collect some water, because the small roof is connected to a well. Around 30 years ago, here it was all grapeyards. Now the things have changed and there is less people farming. But as you can see, there is someone that keeps bees, which is a very good thing. Now the houses of the bees are closed because it's winter, so they're still resting. They are probably starting to wake up and they will be active soon. When I talk to the older people around here, they will always complain that before it was all a graveyard, everything was farmed, and now the nature is coming back and everything is becoming a forest. But for me that's not a bad thing. It's actually good. You can see a lot of animals around here, from foxes to deers, hares, badgers, and I like that they are taking back their own places. This is a cherry tree, and it has already the flowers. The scientific name for the cherry tree is Prunus avium, which is in ancient Latin, and it means plums for the birds. Cherries are in the family of plums, and I always like the fact that the cherries are considered a food for the birds, because no matter how good you will collect your cherries, you will always leave some branches untouched, because cherry trees can grow very big and very tall. So those will be for the birds. And I love the fact that it's something that is already in the name of the tree. It is like a legacy of a past when mankind used to live more in touch with nature, in a balanced way, knowing that there are other creatures that also need the same resources as us. And there is no need to be greedy and take everything for ourselves. Now this tree is fully covered in ivy. And you see those small black berries? Well, they are poisonous for humans and also for other animals, but not for the birds. And they are ripe in this period, when there is nothing else around to eat. So even the ivy, which is a plant that honestly I don't like because it kills a lot of other trees by suffocating them, and it grows like crazy. You cannot control it in any way. So even the damn ivy, unlike plastic, has its own good place in the nature. Fun fact, this plant is the same as this. In fact, ivy has got two stages of growth. In the first stage, it will just produce leaves and keep growing, usually crawling on the ground or climbing on trees or walls. And then, after sometimes even 10 years, it will reach the second stage. At this point, the leaves will change shape and it will start producing the flowers and also the berries. I always thought they were two different plants. There's always something new that we can learn from nature. Take for example this weird fungus that I found on this tree. I have no idea what it's called. Let me know in the comments below if you know it, because I love learning new things, especially when they are things related to nature, plants and animals. And that's why I was so happy when I moved from the city to the countryside. Because even if life can be harder in the countryside, I get paid back by enjoying the beauty and the quiet of these landscapes. If you're also interested in this kind of nature knowledge, stay tuned, as I'm planning to release more videos like this, where I will talk about nature and I will share with you my knowledge. A few years ago, I also took a course in foraging, so the identification of edible plants. And so if you're interested, maybe in my future videos I will show you some edible plants, how to recognize them and how to cook them also, because I love the idea of sharing this kind of knowledge. In this age full of alienation, dominated by computers, artificial intelligence and processed food, we should never forget that we are also animals and we are part of this nature. And nature is there to help us too. We should just relearn a little bit of respect for her. And no, I'm not saying to go back to the Stone Age. I'm pretty sure that there is a good way to use technology in a more balanced way. We still need to find it, but hopefully one day. But it's okay, I don't want to bore you with these sad things. Let's follow Enkidu in his own exploration of the woods. It's funny that he's still trying to mark his territory, but he has already finished all the pea. Okay, so we are back again on the main road and we are heading towards our home. You can see that he's also tired. Just look at his tongue. When we do this walk in summer, I always bring with me some water and this bowl. But now it wasn't so hot, so my dear Enki, you will have to wait until we reach home to drink. If you're hearing a strange noise in the distance, it's just somebody that is cutting wood in the other valley. It's pretty common to hear a chainsaw in this part of the year. Luckily, this road is closed to the cars, so the only vehicle that you could encounter can be a farmer's tractor. So usually this place is very quiet, and you can hear nothing but the sounds of nature. That's why I love it here, and I'm feeling blessed for living in such a beautiful place. And no, I'm not one of those persons that think that their place is the best in the world, so they will never travel anywhere else. I love traveling. I'm a wandering doggo. I think traveling is the essence of mankind. When we travel, we get to see the world, we can grow up, learn new things, see a different approach of life. But still, I love the fact that I have a place like this, where I can come back and call it home. Not talking about my house, but more about these lands where I grew up playing as a kid. I just hope that the fast expansion of society will not destroy these places. For sure, I will do my best to protect these places. But sometimes it feels like there is a crazy train running into a ravine. And that train is society, and we cannot do anything to stop it. And check out over there. Yeah, another piece of plastic. This kind of trash is very common, unfortunately, because a lot of farmers just don't care. Many of the supplies that they use for farming come into thick plastic bags, and after usage they will just throw it away. Some will burn it, others will dig a hole and bury it in the ground. There's been a lot of ignorance about it, especially in the past. They used to think it will just decompose like all the other trash. But no, it stays there forever, it will just break itself into smaller parts. Oh, and check out this, a pill blister. How can you take your medications and then throw the blister in the nature? Some people will just never change. This is the reason why we need more good people to do the right thing, so that we can balance out the idiots. And so that's why I think it's very important that whenever we are in the nature and we find some plastic, we take it with us and bring it into the trash. It costs you literally zero. And yeah, it's a small thing, but if every one of us will start doing it, in a few years our woods will be clean. It should be something that they teach in school. Anyway, we almost reached the civilization, so it's time to say goodbye to the next adventure. And if you watched so far, thank you for watching. By the way, this is all the trash that we took out from the woods today. And don't forget to put a like and subscribe to help my channel grow. I'm the Wandering Doggo. Peace. Bravo.